Well, good morning. Welcome back to another Market Open live stream. So, today we have a little bit of red in the indices, and Bloomberg is suggesting that this is because of actually the spike in COVID that we're seeing in countries like Germany and Austria. We talked a little bit about this spike that we were seeing in the Netherlands and in Germany. We didn't look at Austria yesterday, but we touched on this a little bit yesterday. It's very interesting that now potentially that's seen as a downward catalyst again. So it'll be fascinating to see how stocks are reacting specifically to this. Spiking COVID is definitely not good. What I did also think was very interesting was there was research that the most, what was it? The German-speaking part of Switzerland, Germany, and the German-speaking Austria, these three places had the highest unvaccination rates in all of Europe. Whoa. Hold on one second. There we go. But anyway, I thought that was kind of crazy because that essentially it seems like Germans for some reason are really less likely to get vaccinated, and so you're seeing this as they call it, the sort of pandemic of the unvaccinated. But anyway, because of the spike, Bloomberg is suggesting that we're seeing a little bit of this sort of resurgence of maybe COVID trades. So I think that's somewhat interesting. I don't know, resurgence of COVID trades. I feel like I'm a little over COVID trades, but we'll go ahead and take a look at them. See what the heck is going on. So first, let's go ahead and hop in, see what's going on with the indices. Also worth noting that crypto is doing a little bit of a rebound, which is kind of cool. Finally, yesterday it did drop to about 55.7. At least Bitcoin fell to about 55.7 yesterday, and then now it looks like we're back to about 57.7. Let me see where we are now here. Last moment. Yeah, all right. Let's take a look. There we go, pulling this up. Okay, we'll go ahead and just hop into the indice here first, and then we'll go to crypto. We'll see what's going on. All right, here we go. So indices, here you go. Look at that. Dow futures down 0.5%. Look at this. CNBC is even saying it too. So when you open up a Bloomberg terminal, you see the same thing. You're seeing it here. Look at that. Dow futures slide as European COVID woes dent global sentiment, but tech shares are higher. And let's see. Then you've got... let's see if we can get the coins up. No, coin market cap for some reason not coming up here. That's all right. We'll go ahead and just scroll to the CNBC crypto page. Oh, no. Okay, a little bit of a delay there on getting the crypto prices as well. So we'll grab those here. Let's see. It looks like COVID has come for these prices. Here we go. Okay, so there you go. BTC 57.8 now. Ethereum back to 42. Ethereum really held 4,000 very, very well. It was BTC that really dropped once we broke that 58,000 support level. It was BTC that really dropped to about 55.6 and then started rebounding. Bonds, let's see, 1.522 on the 10-year. This is interesting to me that yields all of a sudden have dropped over 0.1% in just the last few days here, especially since it seems to be mostly on potential COVID fears. So let's go ahead and see how individual stocks are reacting to this. Although yesterday we did have earnings as well for some of these. So you'll see here Williams-Sonoma 6.5% to the downside, Workday 6.33%. Vuzi 3.29. Looks like Lemonade's going right again today here, 3.27. Matterport 2.85 to the downside. Affirm another 2% here to the downside. Macy's and Nordstrom. Interesting. Seeing some Macy's and Nordstrom. It seems like they just updated away here. Okay, so not Macy and Nordstrom, but Affirm and Lucid down a couple percent here. Let's flip to the winners so far here in the morning. Intuit killed it yesterday with earnings. Really, really good. 13.29%. Voyager, well, this is not Voyager Digital. I gotta get rid of this one. There we go. Rivian is actually green today by about 3.66%. Good thing I closed those shorts. Peloton 2.79. Look at that. You've actually got Peloton coming back. Now, if there isn't something that says stay at home play and COVID like Peloton, that's crazy. And of course, Nvidia up again, another 1.87. This is just the stock that you cannot stop. The unstoppable tech stock. It's pretty incredible. Then let's see here. Etsy. Oh, okay, 1.15%. Not massive movements here. Tesla up back at 1100. Robinhood up about 0.4%. I'm kind of surprised that after the lawsuit was thrown out, the meme stock lawsuit, the massive class action lawsuits against Robinhood, I'm surprised that after that was thrown out, the stock didn't really move. It's almost like stock market didn't really care. People just don't like Robinhood, which I yesterday. Which if you don't follow me on Twitter yet, check that out. But I tweeted yesterday that Cathie Wood, out of the first 12 trading days of November, bought Robinhood 8 times. Well, in the last 2 days, on the 17th and 18th, Robinhood was lower than it was on all of the other days that she had bought. But she add to her position. So maybe she's fully allocated. Maybe she ran out of money. I don't know. I suppose what we could do is we could pull up the flow chart to see what's going on with Cathie Wood's funds to see how people are either depositing money or withdrawing money. Go ahead and do that. I'll take a second to pull that up. That'll be interesting. But yeah, I mean, we're not really, other than Intuit from a earnings point of view here, we're not really seeing a. Oh, that's really annoying. We're not really seeing a big move here. Oh, this is interesting. Huh. So you know, hold on a second. You know the codes you have to put in? There we go. This is the first time that I've actually gotten something that's like a word again, but I don't know what this one means. Maybe y'all can help me decipher it. It's L4FT. So it kind of feels like left. Like left what? Like you left the market, my left hand. L4FT. That's an interesting one. Anyway, I'll wait to see what anyone else's speculation is. All right. So 14% on Intuit. You've actually got Hippo up about 2.5%, Rivian to 3.5. Let's go to watch list here. Here we go. Whoa, United Wholesale Mortgage up 19% on a news that they're buying back a lot of shares of their company. So great news for United Wholesale Mortgage Company. German producer prices rise at fastest pace in almost 60 years. Oh, but don't worry, there's no inflation. And then you have German foreign minister excludes national general lockdown. No full German lockdown, huh? Ugh. Lockdowns again. Can you imagine talking about lockdowns again? I feel bad. For the Germans. Oh no. All right. What else here? Let's see. Here we go. Okay. Perfect. All right. So let's see here. Then, okay. We have Cathie's stocks here. So let's see. ARK, K, flows. Let's see what we got here. Well, it's more of an ARK F that we should be looking at. Cathie's fund flows have been kind of low. So I'll show, let me see if I can get ARK F. I don't know if I can get ARK F as well. ARK F flows. No, I can't. But I can get RK, and I'll show you the RK fund flows. So fund flows is really how much money is either coming in or being withdrawn from Kathy's funds, or at least RK. And take a look at this. Thanks Bloomberg for this. But if you look here, you see sort of the volatility has substantially gone down. You're really at plus or minus 200-ish on the extremes here. And you're spending a lot of time close to the middle, which would be low withdrawals and low deposits, really compared to the beginning of the year, where you had these insane swings and funds coming in or funds going out. So a little interesting to see this. Let's see. Yeah, replace N and left for NFT. Okay. Let's see here. L4FT. Reddit post for Dogecoin. A firm increased the bond offering another 250 million. I feel like that was the extra options that they gave the underwriters. Laugh at your losses. Whose losses? Let's see here. That doesn't seem like anybody has a really good idea what L4FT can mean, so maybe it doesn't mean anything. More hot coffee. There you go. Okay. So yeah, fund flows, I'd say almost somewhat stable. United Wholesale Mortgage 18.6%. Nice. I don't know what we got. That one. I don't have I think I have a sold put on them. Mortgage sector has been rough. Oh yeah, I have a sold put on them. That's interesting. Huh. Okay. So then we have Moderna, Blue Apron. Blue Apron coming back. Wow, 7.76. As if that's not like a sign of COVID. Yeah, Blue Apron. Eating at home. Gotta get your food delivered at home. Lockdowns. Ay. Let's look at that COVID. Like how bad can it really be? Let's see. All right. So yeah, the Dow really doesn't like this. 0.59 to the downside, and NASDAQ 0.5 to the upside. Okay, 57.9 now on BTC. So you've definitely got some buy the dipping happening. Finally, because you did fall to 55.6, I think it was. But anyway, COVID cases. Germany. Yeah, another sort of record day here. Is their software still bugged? Oh no, there we go. It unbugged. Yeah, look at that. This week substantially higher than any day before it on the last 30 days here. Oh yeah. So, Now I do wonder how much of this would really trickle over to the United States. We did open up international travel again. So it's always possible that reopening international travel when you have spikes, especially in Europe, could create issues again. And we are seeing a little bit of an uptick. Let's go last 30 here in America. Yeah, but see, that's a much slower uptick than what you're seeing in Germany. Although this is a little bit of an inflection point here. See, look, the rate is somewhat picking up. It does make sense. I mean, it's winter, right? Sort of, you would expect COVID to rear its ugly head again in a more substantial way in the winter. Okay, so Rivian 3.7 to the upside. All right, how about? And let's see if we have any earnings this morning too. Hut 8 mining. Oh yeah, the miners coming back up a few percent. on a little bit of that Bitcoin recovery. Netflix, Nvidia sitting at 1.26. DocuSign 1.16, Coinbase 1, and C3AI 0.66, Amazon 0.4, Tesla's up 1/3%, Microsoft, PayPal, Wayfair, Enphase is like flat. All right, any discounts to be had? Matterport, another 2%. Lemonades, there's that 2% again. Not much, actually. I wonder what's really dragging the Dow down when not like there's anything hugely bleeding here. Let's see what CNBC's got going on.
Amazon has made it so that the public doesn't like it nearly as much as they used to when it comes to retail.
Interesting. Not an Amazon killer, but one that can maybe coexist.
Yes. Now, the problem is when I check with people out here, Carl, you have to spend a fortune to go up against Amazon. And Macy's doesn't have it. They just don't have the money to compete. But they may have the money to compete in one niche business, and that niche business is used for Macy's.
Yeah. That's interesting. We'll talk more about that in a bit. We'll get Cramer's Mad Dash countdown to the opening bell on this Friday morning.
All right. So this morning we did have Foot Locker report. We'll go ahead and take a look at Foot Locker here. Steve has a suggestion that maybe L4FT stands for look for falling treasuries. Foot Locker, which we are seeing falling treasury yields. Kind of interesting. Okay, so is this the this is the Tesla commercial, isn't it?
Software updates, you know.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Hertz Tesla. All right, so Foot Locker, same store sales up 2.2%. EPS comes in at 1.52 versus 2.52. Whoa. Global supply chain constraints to persist throughout the next quarter. Expect supply chain issues to persist. Wow. Inventory levels are ready for the holidays, but still supply chain woes. Wow, Foot Locker. Wonder if how they performed afterwards in the stock market. Foot Locker. Never thought really about investing in Foot Locker. It's down 5% in the pre-market after their earnings here. Here's sort of that fall that you had this morning. Pre-market earnings release here was at about $60, sitting right around 54.42 right now. All right. Okay. What about other top news? COVID fears start to seep back into U.S. trading. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. And the uptick in Treasury prices, which would be a fall in yields, today was expected even before a surge in COVID infections in Europe forced Austria to impose a lockdown and Germany to reconsider. Now, they chose not to, but anyway. U.S. bonds could extend gains, price gains, into the London close today and then trade sideways ahead of the weekend. That should keep price dips to a minimum. Complacency, quiet markets, equity option expirations, and a dramatic slowing in sister market supply were on investors' radar in advance of today's early rally in New York trading, which now, they're talking about price rally on bonds, which is leading yields to fall. COVID spike in Austria and Germany is worst yet. Markets are right to be worried about COVID spread in Europe. The spike in COVID cases in Austria far outpaces anything that country has witnessed since the pandemic began and moved surprisingly fast for a country with a relatively high vax rate. Oh, really? Let's see here. Austria COVID case. Could it really be that it's, oh, wow. Yeah, look at that. Look at this. This is March when the pandemic, oh, well, hold on. Let's move this. Look at this. This was when the pandemic started. This was winter 1. And this was winter 2. That's crazy. That's a very different looking chart. The fact that they're actually having a worse time now than they had before, that's wild. Yeah, it's the same thing with Germany, though, too. Wow. Belgium and Ireland have very high case counts, and cases are also rising in Denmark, France, Spain, and Portugal. Wow. Spain? Yeah, I mean, Spain's pretty low, so that's good. Portugal is, yeah, I mean, that's kind of a nominal rise. These are not too scary. France, yeah, France is accelerating a little bit more. UK is an interesting counter example. Cases have been high for months, but deaths and hospitalizations have remained relatively low, so authorities feel content to let it run for the time being. In Eastern Europe, where vaccination rates tend to be much lower, deaths are running extremely high. Ouch. In the United States, cases had stabilized but are now showing signs of rising again. They're concentrated in the eastern Rockies and Great Lakes states. Utah, Colorado, Wyoming, Montana, North Dakota, Minnesota, Arizona, New Mexico, Nebraska, South Dakota. This is kind of what they're listing here. The return of the COVID trade. Ooh, if we believe this. The specter. Ooh, a specter. The specter of COVID continues to hang over financial markets, if only sporadically, as European lockdown headlines cast a pall over Friday's trading. The reaction has been fairly predictable. Stocks yields and the euro lower. But the question is whether U.S. operators will follow through as they slide into their seats or see the prices as an opportunity to go the other way. On the euro, it's frankly a little hard to see the latter happening. Okay, let's see if price falls on the euro. Europe lockdown prospects and dollar volatility soaring. Okay. Okay. That's enough about those headlines. Oh, let's see what Jim says about it too in the meantime.
Rivian's, the stake that Ford has in Rivian is a Trojan horse. They're not friends with Rivian. Farley's not friends with anybody. Well, maybe he's friends with Squawk on the Street. But what we're going to get here is the destruction of the last great growth sector. We have had a tremendous destruction over the last few days, with the exception of Intuit. And it's really happening right now to a sector that people fall in love with. When you start having a company that has low debt, that is going to be able to take its Rivian stake, you have to wonder, David, how long do you want to hang in Rivian? You just want to hang there as if it's no problem? I mean, you have the largest guy wants to sell, second largest, wants to sell. David, you can't just stay. Can you just stay in Rivian and be oblivious to that, David?
Well, you say they want to sell. Do you know that for a fact? Is there a plan underway to actually monetize that stake?
No, we don't know that yet, but I know they want to sell. Yes, they are not colleagues. They are opponents.
Okay.
All right, here comes the bell.
That's great insight.
There for them.
That was big. No one knows that.
Let's get to the opening bell here in the CNBC Real-Time Exchange. And the big board, it's a beauty company, Coty, celebrating its investor day at the NASDAQ. Stronghold Digital Mining, a Bitcoin mining company, celebrating its recent IPO. Jim, Bitcoin, 57K, getting awfully close to a bear market. Interestingly, Robinhood, whose fortunes have been closely tied to crypto, gets a catalyst, a sell call over at Deutsche today.
I thought that was unbelievable because talk about beating a dead horse.
That's probably 55 to 60% red today. And is that true? Did Robinhood get a sell call by Deutsche Bank? Let's see here. And then we'll look at how things are reacting here. Yeah, Robinhood added to Deutsche Bank catalyst call sell idea. Despite favorable ruling, Robinhood's governance remains in spotlight. Robinhood a sell catalyst call. at Deutsche Bank as memes falter. Wow. As memes falter. That's interesting. Okay, so as we get into the open here, we've got United Wholesale up about 20% here, falling a little bit. Looks like you got some profit taking occurring here right at the open. You've got Sheeb up to 47 again here. Fun sitting at 9%. Moderna 5.99. Rivian is up 5% here. Golly, how perfect timing to have shorted Rivian, but then have closed that yesterday, right before this this sort of little comeback rally here. That's great. Which not all my timing's perfect, but if you want to hear what I'm trading exactly, all my buy sell alerts, make sure you check out the Stocks and Psychology of Money group link down below. Check that out and use that Black Friday coupon code because the price goes up 11:59 p.m. on Friday. All right, so Ethereum, Ethereum back to 42. Ethereum really held on, which is really impressive. Look at that. Yeah, you had a very, very, very brief little dips here under support at 4,000. It really held on and is bouncing off that line now. BTC, on the other hand, broke. Look at that break here. There's that 55.6 number. Really broke and was heading for 54,300, which I thought there was a really high likelihood. Like I said yesterday, I thought there was like a 70% chance we would head towards 50, or that we would hit the 54,000 region. We got really close. Now, it's going to be a big test here. Is Bitcoin going to be able to break through this? Are we going to keep that green in crypto, or are we going to bounce off this 58K? Because if we bounce off that 58K again, it could pull the rest of the crypto market off again. So I would really be watching that 58K level. So let's see. Williams-Sonoma is recovering a little bit. It was down like 8% in the pre-market's at 5% now. Foot Locker, on the other hand, selling off a little bit. Carnival Cruise Lines. Oh, see, this kind of makes sense. The recovery plays again, rotating down a bit. This could end up becoming an opportunity, this whole like COVID fear again. I wonder if this could potentially end up becoming an opportunity for something like Airbnb again, if Airbnb sells off. Or I mean, ultimately, if you do get COVID plays selling off, like reopening plays selling off, like Carnival Cruise Lines, Simon Property Group. My goodness. Oh, no, don't remind me about buying Simon Property Group. Remember playing that during the pandemic. That was a great play, but boy, oh boy, that was a tough time being stuck at home. Ugh. Don't want to do that anymore. I want to go everywhere. I want to travel everywhere. That's what I want. Oh, dear. So let's see here. United Airlines down 3%. Yeah. Spirit Airlines down 2.6. Oh my gosh. The COVID trade is returning. Dave & Buster's going down. Oh no. That's very tiring. SoFi down about 1.8. Actually kind of surprised it's not down more. Chamath disclosed about a 15% sale of his stake in SoFi, which obviously he got paid lots of money for SPACing. It's just never a good sign when he starts selling those, because that's what he did to Virgin Galactic. And boy, that one's been a rough one. But then again, he did fully sell out of Virgin and has not fully sold out of SoFi from what you can tell. United Wholesale Mortgage at about 6.8. Funware, 11%. What could the possible news be on Fun? Fun, let's see here. All right, let's see here. Fun says its Funcoin cryptocurrency is due to begin trading. Oh my gosh. Okay. Roblox coming back again, up 4.69%. That was a short dip. Rivian is up 7%. The euphoria is back. DocuSign, 3.9%. See, DocuSign's a good stay-at-home play. Wow. Bill.com, 3%. Blink Charging's a lot of volatility over here. Peloton, 3%. Etsy, oh my gosh, we're almost at $300 on Etsy. Enphase, 1.82%. Matterport went positive. Oh my goodness. The favorites are running again. Cloudflare, here's another one. Look at that. Wait, Cloudflare's at 219 right now. Wow. That's incredible. All right, where's Tesla? Tesla flat. Okay. All right. Let's just see what else is going on. So CoinMarketCap, 57.7 again on BTC. Little soft. Bitcoin actually getting hit the hardest. If you look at sort of the top coins over here, until you get to XRP, Bitcoin with a 9.23% sell-off in the last 7 days, getting hit the hardest compared to these others here. CNBC, no, let's go to Bloomberg. The Bloomberger. FDA clears COVID boosters for all U.S. adults. This is Jerome Powell's shot at a Volcker moment in reverse. Well, Volcker was a extreme hawk. So they're basically saying, can he be like a Volcker in reverse and probably stick with the dovish attitude? Let's see here. It took courage to lift rates in 1979 to kill inflation. The gutsy move for today may be to stand fast until we have more jobs. Wow. The pundits are coming for the Fed Reserve chairperson. You've got people recently saying the central bank has made one of the worst inflation calls in history. Financial Times called on the Fed to abandon more flexible inflation target this year. Yeah, people seem mad. Even the Wall Street Journal's editorial board railed on him yesterday. But anyway, Powell now has the opportunity to redefine. Well, we'll see. It's not terribly interesting, but we'll see if Jerome ends up being right. All right. Okay, Bloomberg doesn't want to respond. Well, that's fine. I'll look over here. Somebody here says in the 1970s we were at 30 trillion in debt. It's a U.S. budget deficit. U.S. budget deficit. I thought it was a little less than that. I can't spell today. I really can't spell today. Whatever. It'll autocorrect. Okay. Well, hold on a sec. Really? Nothing's gonna load there for a second. Fine then. I'll go over here. U.S. budget deficit. There we go. So we're currently at, or I guess I shouldn't be budget deficit. It should be total debt. Total United States debt, because budget deficit is your annual debt. 28.91 trillion. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, we are almost at that big 3-0. Wow. 28.9. That's interesting. And US debt to GDP pretty high as well, but debt service payments historically low. So I guess it depends which definition you want to look at. Okay, Biden to transfer power briefly to Harris during, well, that's normal when they do that, medical procedures. Default threatens companies reeling from frayed supply chains. Default threatens companies. Well, what companies are reeling so badly? Let's see here. The roster includes Casper Sleep, which accepted a buyout at a fire sale price, along with a costly bridge loan. Really? That the mattress company. Armstrong Flooring, reeling from a 21% increase in costs, expects to violate its loan agreement. Wow. So you actually have some companies going bankrupt. from the supply chain issue. ATER, which sells consumer products ranging from coffee pots to office chairs, had to hand lenders an equity stake after missing a debt payment. Whoa, substantially higher shipping costs were to blame. ATER, really? This was a momentum play for a while. Yeah, look at that. The momentum play here was so ridiculous. Look at that. This thing ran up to $48.99. OMG. That is nuts. Collapsed to $3.04. Ran up to $19 and it collapsed again. Ugh. I did not know they were super stressed by supply chain issues, but that's very interesting. You're actually seeing some companies getting so hit by these COVID supply chain crises that they're actually potentially heading towards bankruptcy. Okay. Weed from Canopy replaces CFO. New lawsuit says Tesla subjects women to, quote, rampant sexual harassment. That, by the way, was the headline right after the Biden thing for those of you in the comments. Let's see. Black Friday shoppers prepare to be frustrated. Let's see. The bargain bonanza that is Black Friday has begun. That's right. And you can now get the amazing coupon code linked down below before prices go up at 11:59 p.m. on Friday. On all those programs on building your wealth. Only there are a few special offers this year. That is beginning, let's see here. You can blame the global supply chain meltdown for the dearth of doorbusters. That was always so fun. Except when they had the mobs. That was not fun. Even when toys and TVs start flowing through trade arteries again, retailers should maintain a more disciplined approach to discounting. This won't be easy, but stores stand to gain a lot if they bin the bargains in Black Friday to come. This year, many Americans are still flush with lockdown savings, while wage gains are also boosting household spending power. Combine that with missing out on holiday festivities in 2020, and that's made for buoyant consumer conditions. See, that I think is so interesting. You know, people say that, oh, inflation is hurting the middle class so much and so on and so forth. That's fine, and that's empathetic. But more and more, the data keeps showing that savings are high. People are making more money at their jobs. And people want to spend. People are optimistic to spend money. So yeah, overall inflation might be high, but are you spending money in every single category where there's inflation? I don't know. Probably not. Certainly some folks a lot. I mean, rent inflation and food inflation and energy cost inflation. But as a percentage of someone's budget, I think some of these things can still be outweighed. All right, what's the breaking news, CNBC?
Well, that's right, Carl. Democrats are finally passing their signature social spending package through the House, almost straight down party lines. You could see lawmakers, Democrats, cheering and clapping as those final votes were cast. The final vote tally is 220 to 209. Every Republican voted against it. Almost every Democrat voted for it. The only holdout was Representative Jared Golden of Maine. He's a moderate who was unhappy about the increase in the cap on state and local tax deductions because it benefits millionaires. But overall, Democrats were able to overcome concerns by moderates about the size of this package once the CBO score came out yesterday. Now, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi did say that the bill is fully paid for and that it will not increase inflation, though, of course, Republicans do not agree with that assessment. The bill now heads over to the Senate, where Majority Leader Chuck Schumer has said that he hopes to pass it by Christmas. However, we know that Senators Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema still have concerns. Other Democratic senators want to make changes as well. So a victory today in the House as this bill, the final tally is 220 to 209, passing through the House, but we still have an uphill climb in the Senate and no votes to spare in that chamber. Guys.
I wonder what you make of the CBO score yesterday. They do say about $367 billion in new deficits, but Others argue it doesn't account for better IRS collection, better IRS enforcement. Even Larry Summers with an opinion piece saying Treasury's being too conservative in the amount of money that may be recovered if you reform the IRS.
Yeah, this is a problem that once upon a time, Carl, we would have called a known. Democrats were bracing for that discrepancy for weeks, and they've done a lot of outreach to those moderate members to try to explain why CBO was unable to include as really any of the IRS enforcement money in their score, but also had a lower estimate than the White House would have for how much that increased IRS enforcement would raise. It seems like they were able to get that message through to the moderate Democrats. We'll see if it's enough to convince people.
And we're going to slow down here for a second. Worth noting that Bitcoin is actually moving on this passage up about $250 here just in the last couple minutes, which makes sense because anytime they pass one of these big bills, it's usually good for crypto. Wayfair up 6.27%. Look at it. It's finally heading back to 300. Intuit up 12%. Roblox 6%. Geez, yesterday it was like up something like 10% in the morning and then slipped right back down. Matterport's up 4% this morning and Rivian's up 5.5. I closed both of those shorts yesterday. Boy, oh boy, that was perfect. Let's see here. I have also been raising cash though. I'm at 8% cash. We are kind of still within this end of the year euphoria, but I'm not jumping up and down on particular deals I'm seeing. So I'm okay standing by for some opportunities, even if that ends up being real estate. We'll see. Okay, so we have Airbnb 4.79, United Airlines 4.37, Dave & Buster's 2.75. Let's see, JP Morgan 1.91, American Airlines 1.65, Affirm 122, EXPI is down a little bit, Corsair Gaming's down a little bit, Cloudflare is actually going down a little. Wait, where'd it go? Nope. May have just popped back up to the top. That wouldn't be wouldn't be a surprise. I don't know where it went. All right. Oh, look, Tesla's coming back again. 0.83%. Seems to be moving a little bit here. Lemonade's actually up 1%. My goodness. Etsy 1.9. Rivian 6%. Hut 8 Mining about 5%. Very interesting. And United Wholesale Mortgage almost back to $7. Okay, let's see. What other headlines doth we have? Let's see. Democrats' millionaire tax is just a paper tiger. Paper tigers. Inflation gives U.S. workers ammunition and pay raises. Let's see. Bonds rally. European lockdown concerns. Oprah Winfrey and Witherspoon invest in Spanx at a $1.2 billion valuation. Spanx, eh? Okay. Not a lot of news today. It really seems like the big news of the day is COVID. COVID in Europe. Obviously, the passing of the stimulus package here. But with the Dow down 0.57%, S&P futures down fractionally here. NASDAQ still up almost 0.5%. Yeah, bonds, slight tick up here after the passage of the Build Back Better plan in the House. Keep in mind, this still has to get passed by the Senate. And the Joe Manchin moderate, as well as Kirsten Sinema, both of them are going to have to be convinced on passing this package. So we'll see what's going on there. Roblox and Nike news. Let's see. Interesting if they had a partnership. Roblox. Oops. All right. Yeah, the nation's most important politician, aka Senator Joe Manchin, will be showing his importance in the coming days with the final say on the Build Back Better plan. Yep. No kidding. 2 more Democrat. Democrat Senator Jeff Merkley and Sheldon Whitehouse said they oppose a second term for Fed Chair Jerome Powell. All right. Folks, Nick wants to know if we've seen that COVID cases are beginning to inflect up. Nick must have just joined and not watched the first 15 minutes of the live stream. That's all we've been talking about, bro. JetBlue's dangling $1,000 attendance bonuses for flight attendants. This is interesting. This is like the opposite of kind of the approach, but it was the same message that Bloomberg took yesterday. Bloomberg ran an article yesterday about how basically the companies that are getting killed in earnings are the companies that are like, hey, we're having inflationary pressures, but we're not trying to raise prices yet. The companies that are doing well are willing to raise prices, but they're not, but they are still affected by the inflationary concerns. Pricing power, big deal. One of the reasons, by the way, I really like Enphase. Strong pricing power. Just bought a charging company too. Talked about it yesterday. I was blown away. But their margins are phenomenal. Really, really good margins. Enphase is a beast, folks. Love this. 262. Look at that run it's had. It was really stuck in a channel here and then just exploded here recently. Same thing with Etsy. Yeah, recent explosions. It kind of makes it hard, though, to buy right now. Rivian, 7.8%. Lucid, 5.8%. So nice little recovery here on the EVs. Wonder how that's affecting Tesla. Tesla. Where are you? Is PayPal under to what? Really? Hold on. Let's look at Tesla first. Let's feel good before looking at PayPal. No, it's only 0.4%, so it's back down. That's not feel good. PayPal. Whoa, PayPal's at 199. Oh my gosh. The payment processors are getting killed. OMG. Look at that volume on PayPal. It's just not going away. It's just people keep selling and selling and selling. Look at Square. Where's Square? Square's at 227. What is it with the payment processors that's leading these guys to get railed on? I mean, PayPal just announced that they're taking crypto payments. Let me see here. I have no idea. I just don't see a reason for that. And really, PayPal, I feel like, has a much juicier valuation compared to even Square. Square expected to grow. Really, they need to grow at like 25 to 30% to keep pace with their pricing. Bloomberg and Wall Street are forecasting a little bit more fluctuations here, but somewhere between substantial growth this year, like almost a double this year, but then 8% next year, 20% the year after, 33% thereafter. PayPal, on the other hand, a profitable company. I know that. Let me see here. PayPal, yeah, bringing bottom line of about 20%. Profitable company. Earnings per share this year at about 4.6 expected, and growth at about 18 to 19%. I mean, that's not bad. And you're at 201 divided by 461. You're paying 43.6 times earnings today. you're expecting a PE of 10 in 2025, which is a 20 times PE ratio, which since the growth rate's about 20, you're almost at a peg of 1. That's not bad. You know, I don't know. What I gotta read through PayPal's earnings. See why this one's just getting railed on so much. Doesn't seem like it's that horrible of a play. PayPal. Although maybe with the whole well, no, you'd think with COVID, it should be good for PayPal. More stay-at-home transactions. I don't know. All right, how is Neo doing today? Neo down again. 38. Gross. It's getting hit. Okay, what else here? Crypto back on an uptrend. Lucid, Trade Desk. Ooh, Trade Desk almost at 110. Getting to all-time highs again. Nvidia, Outlet, Etsy, Piton. Airbnb down 6.2%. Wait, what's happening at Airbnb? PayPal was downgraded. I didn't see that. I actually saw that most of its price targets were holding. I'll look at that as well. But Airbnb is all of a sudden falling a lot. Yeah, I don't see that price target or price cut. Like I see that UBS announced a price target of $263. It's obviously a lot higher than where it is right now. But anyway, Airbnb. Let's see what's going on here. Why are we dropping 6% on Airbnb? No news. Literally no news. Nothing. Yeah, that's what I was thinking is COVID. So we're at the EMA 20 now. Burr. Oh, it got cold in here. Wells Fargo down 4%. Wow. Ooh, whoa. Carnival Cruise Lines. Did it just drop below 20? Oh my gosh, it did. 1996. Oh my gosh. Carnival Cruise Lines. I've been waiting for this thing to hit 20. But honestly, if we're just starting a potential COVID buy again, look at that. All of this has evaporated. Oh my gosh. We started the year out at also about $20. We're right back to it. Oh, wow. That's fascinating. Huh. All right, let's see here. Yeah, Carnival, $20. Affirm's down again a little bit. Dave & Buster's down. I wonder why Affirm's trading with these reopening trades selling off. Norwegian Cruise Lines down 3%. Darden, Nordstrom's, Macy's, which is really interesting because yesterday we were talking about sort of that return to the consumer and consumer optimism and more spending. But if we're going to have COVID fears again and a COVID resurgence, honestly, the beneficiaries here could be Amazon and Etsy again, which, let's see here. Etsy is up 2.3% today. It's at an all-time high, essentially. It just hit an all-time high of 299.4. It's at 296 right now. eBay's up a couple percent. eBay might even have a resurgence here. PayPal, by the way, really trying to distance itself from Etsy or from eBay. And then Amazon's up 1.56 as well. We're gonna have Amazon 4K this season probably. Huh. Wayfair up almost 8%. Whoa. Okay, let's see what else is going on. Oh, InsurTech sucks. Okay, so let's see. Cash backing record margin debt is shrinking. Oh, Let's look at where we stand with margin debt, and let's see what they're talking about here. Margin debt. No, I got rid of the Rivian puts yesterday, Nick's point of view. See, if you had come earlier in the live stream, you would have also known that because we also talked about that. See, Nick, I think you got to start the live stream from the beginning and then just put it on 2x and catch up. Anyway, we still like you, Nick. Okay, so look at margin. We're at record highs in 2 days. So like Monday or Tuesday, we should be able to get November margin data. I wonder what they're referring to with cash balances going down. Let's see what Bloomberg's saying. As the stock market goes from one record to the next, so does the amount of money traders are borrowing to buy into the rally. Oh gosh, no. Please do the opposite. No. What's worrying some on Wall Street isn't per se that consumer debt in customers' margin accounts is rising, but that the amount of cash used as a cushion is going the other way. Margin debt hit a record high of $936 billion at the end of October. That's this number right here, up 42% from this time a year ago. This is insane. Yeah, we're going to be at $1 trillion in margin soon. That doesn't mean the euphoria is getting out of hand. Margin account leverage has been on a rise on par with the S&P's market cap. What's concerning is the simultaneous declines in so-called free credits, or the cash available to brokerage account holders to withdraw. So that would be this number right here. But you only saw a little bit of a decline since September. What are they looking at? Total level of debt in margin accounts now exceeds the cash hoard by $500 billion. The most ever. On a long-term basis, the growth in debt against relatively little cash holdings appears to be negative. When the stock market rallies the way it has been in the last 20 months, few tend to take a falling level of cash as an issue. Should the market turn around, that thinking may change quickly. Yeah, agreed. Wow. Lemonade and Progressive shares fell 2.1 or 4% and 1% respectively in pre-market trading Friday, as both were hit with fresh underperform ratings by Jefferies. Yep, I believe that. Wow. Huh. Tesla. I think this whole COVID movement could end up creating an opportunity. I don't like buying into rallies at all. But this is interesting. Somebody's shouting out GK, by the way. Emlyn Bowen says that GK ETF has been a great buy for me. This is not a commercial, not an ad. Well, good. Happy for you. That's GK. It's an ETF by Ross Gerber. On your next put buy, could you do it live and show us how you do it on Robinhood? Well, I mean, like maybe a lot of I've got a lot of lectures on options in the Stocks and Psychology and Money group, and it really gives you some psych into options as well, which is I think really, really cool. So honestly, you might want to check that out. Oil tumbles with Europe's surging COVID cases. Ooh, remember, this is interesting. Okay, remember this. COVID surging actually tends to be a like an anchor on inflation. Okay, so if we get a COVID, let's map this out here for a second, okay? A COVID surge in Europe is probably going to create some form of COVID case surge in America. So if you get a case surge in Europe, case surge euro, you're probably going to have this 30-day period of uncertainty, of death uncertainty. Now, we would expect that deaths should be lower because of vax, because you could still get COVID vaccinated. It's a lower chance. You can still get COVID vaccinated, but deaths should be lower because of the vaccines, but also because of the pills. Evergrande, oh, that headline came and went. That was odd. Anyway, okay, so if cases surge in Europe, then you have 30 days of death uncertainty. So that would be between now and I would say Christmas. Now to Christmas. But then we would also expect cases to surge in US POS. And then possibly lock down international travel. National or German travel. Let's be real. It's the damn Germans. I could say that. Lockdown in international travel or German travel. Okay. Which leads to a decline in yields, down yields, down recovery stocks, but then you also have down inflation and possibly but the other problem is you also potentially have manufacturing delays, which is an increase in inflation for European products in Europe, which this has the effect of increasing inflation. And really, you're going to be looking for opportunities in COVID stocks or recovery stocks, which I would venture to say would be what are some of the favorites? So obviously the at home, you're going to have things like DocuSign, Etsy, Amazon. I don't know if Chipotle matters so much anymore since so many people or so many food places are doing so well. But then the other ones would be like the airlines, COVID. So this would be airlines, restaurants, cruise lines, all that usual stuff. Simon Property Group. These guys could get hurt. So in other words, if you think this COVID surge in Europe is going to continue to get worse, you might, for example, want to short airlines, cruise lines, malls, Airbnb, or you wait for them to fall and buy the dip. Potentially go for options on things like DocuSign, Etsy, Amazon. But then again, DocuSign, Etsy, Amazon are at pretty high prices already. So potentially you're more interested at looking for buy the dip opportunities if you get a larger dip in these recoveries. But yeah, yields down, recovery stocks down, inflation down, manufacturing delays, but also oil down. It's another interesting one. Oil down. Which oil going down has a downward effect on inflation as well, which could be good because it'd be nice to see things like oil prices actually fall again. I wonder how much they've gone down. Let's see here. Call me a madman. Somebody says, call me a madman. I'm shorting the S&P. Yeah, I mean, the S&P's been on this insane rally. I don't actually think you're that much of a madman. I actually thought about shorting the S&P as well. I thought about, but then I ended up shorting Rivian and Matterport. I took, what was it, like 160, 170K in tendies in like 24 hours on a 300K investment. That's great. Anyway, so oil. Yeah, wow, the Brent's back under 80, and oil itself is the other measure is almost under 75 again. Okay. While at the same time, 58K. Oh, we're back over 50. No, we're not. Bounced off 58K again. It's a tough spot for BTC. Okay, how's everything else doing? Let's see here. Sheeb's up 19%. Lucid's up 8. Wayfair is up almost 7. Wayfair could be an interesting play, honestly, because remember, Wayfair usually runs to like 300. So you've got about a solid 10% in there. So it makes you wonder, like, can you get some cheap calls on Wayfair? But again, it's already moved quite a bit. But if you got something in the money, yeah, you're paying almost $20 for a 28-day call. That's a lot. Trade Desk killing it, another 4%. Wow. Enphase 3%. Oh my gosh, I'm never gonna have a deal on these again. Etsy 3.2. Voyager Digital coming back a little bit. Peloton, Hippo up about 1.8. Downside, Airbnb, Carnival, the airlines, the COVID guys. The return of COVID. Ugh. Gross. Robinhood down again. Robinhood's going to be under 30 soon. How wild is that? Oh, a lot of people are happy about that. A lot of people don't like Robinhood around these pods. And Tesla's up about a third. Cloudflare's up again a little bit, 217 now. All right, what else? Nope. Ah, yeah. The big news. Got a coupon code down below with Black Friday coming up and the coupon code expiring. Gonna go over to the course member live stream here shortly. We'll see y'all in the next one. Appreciate y'all. Thanks so much for being here. Heading over to the daily course member live stream when the market's open, and we'll see y'all later. But yeah, I think that about does it for news for us. So thank you. Good to see y'all. See you next one.